Today's a week since my dad passed away. Last Friday, I lost my dad. I am going to do a video about it when I'm ready because it's a lot for me to comprehend and to deal with. And now I still have too many emotions to even talk about it. But I know that he would want me to keep doing what I'm doing, keep growing on YouTube, keep filming videos. I'm already starting crying. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, this is not a typical video that I do on this channel. My main topic is motherhood and everything that is connected to it. But I felt like today I should make something different, and I've been wanted to record this video for a while, and there is not a right time to do that. It's basically just whenever I am ready to do this, I was going to, and I feel like right now I've reached a level of anxiety that is ridiculous, and I feel like I should include you guys in this part of my life because I have never spoken about it really, only maybe in the beginning after it happened, but then I just I was trying to create content that will make everyone happy, and I didn't want to talk about it because I was just trying to forget it and to just not create my content around this topic because it's hard and it's very personal, and I never thought I would be recording a video like this. This is ridiculous. I still, like, to this day can't say those words like it is. So my dad passed away on September 13th, and it's been 9 months. It's been 9 months since I lost my dad. Where do I start? My dad was 53 years old, healthy adult. There was nothing wrong with him. He was literally the happiest person, the best person in this world. He was working, he was active, he was just living his best life. Him and my mom, they were both enjoy their marriage, and I probably should mention that my brother passed away before my dad on March 10th, 2018. And I mean, my brother had a disease since he was a child, and he was progressively, his health was getting bad and bad and bad and worse and worse and worse, and he just passed away. We were kind of prepared for it. Of course, it was also very tough and just shocking and very hard, and my anxiety started becoming very severe after I lost him. So I was just living my life. I actually. My dad came to visit me to the United States for the first time. It was my dream. Since I moved here, I wanted him to come and see my family and meet my husband and my child. So he came in July 2019. He came to the United States, and it was truly the best week of my life because him and my mom were both here. They finally met Tyson, and it was just such a great time of my life. I felt genuinely happy. I felt like finally my family is together, is complete, you know, like I'm not here by myself. So we would just like talk about them moving here finally when like all of my documents get in order and we can like move them to the United States. And it was just such a big plan. So my dad's hobby was motorcycles. He was riding motorcycles, and he wanted to take this huge trip from New York to LA from like Route 66, and it was his dream. So yeah, he left United States in August, and I just remember this last moment. I hugged him, and I was holding Tyson, and I just felt so hard inside. Like it was actually really hard for me to say goodbye to him. And I am very vulnerable with my parents, but mostly with my mom. So it was kind of weird to me. I started crying, and my husband was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "I don't know, dude. I just I don't want to let him go." And I remember like right now him getting in the car and driving away. And I was just so disappointed because I didn't know why. Just I felt like I didn't want to let him go. So he left, and everything was good, and I was talking to him still. I spoke to my parents every single day. His birthday was on September 9th. That day, me and my husband, we got in a huge fight. And because of that, I didn't want my parents to see my face and like know that something is wrong. So I FaceTimed him while I was outside really quickly for like literally probably 2 minutes. I called him and I just said happy birthday, and I said I can't really talk right now because I'm going to the store. And that was the last time I've ever spoken to him. On September 12th, in the evening, my husband left to Detroit to see his family and to get some work done. So I stayed at home by myself with the baby. At that point, we were kind of over our fight, but still our marriage was just like not in a good place, and I was struggling a lot. And that night I was just, he left, my husband left to work, and I just generally don't like when people leave it, and I don't like really staying by myself. So that night I was just staying up late by myself, just listening to music. I cried, and I just went to sleep. And that was the worst night of my life. I try to forget it, and it traumatized me so much that to this day I can't sleep without some type of noise in the background. Like I turn on the rain or the ocean sounds because it just terrifies me to hear the complete silence when I sleep. So it was probably like 4 in the morning, and I was sleeping in my bed with my baby, and I wake up from this crazy knocking on my window. In the bedroom I have a window, and it was open a little bit, and I wake up from like knocking. I thought something happened, like fire, and it was like manager knocking on my window. But I got really scared because like my window is open, so like whoever's there, like they can easily access my bedroom. I look through the blinds, and I hear my friend, she's saying, "Ksenia, please let me in. I need to talk to you." And I said, "What happened?" instantly. And so she and my other friend, they both came through the balcony. And just the look on her face was, I knew someone died, I knew something terrible happened, and she gave me my phone and she said, "You have to speak to your family right now." And she gives me the phone, and there's my mom and my sister, and they both started speaking in the same moment so that I know that they are okay. And then I just heard the scariest phrase of my entire life that I've always been afraid to hear, that I'm sure every child is scared to hear, which is your dad crashed in his motorcycle and passed away. And that's it. And after that moment, my life has never been the same. It was like a nightmare, you know? It's 4 in the morning. I got woken up and told that my dad died in an accident. What? Like who? Like, why would this happen to me? So, So I didn't honestly, like, you know, I thought I was gonna be crying. I don't think I even started crying right away. I felt very nauseous, and I started like throwing up and just going back and forth and kind of like trying to like actually process it with my mind, because I was still like, actually, I don't know, I just woke up, you know. It's like I was just thinking, like, is this a freaking like dream? Like, what is going on? And 2 of my girlfriends are sitting, and like it looks on their faces, and they're like telling me like, "Oh, it's going to be hard, but like you'll get through this." And I'm just like, bro, like, you're telling me this, but like I don't understand that this happened. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't process this with my brain. I was just rejecting it, and this is, I guess, the first stage of grieving is rejection. So, but I felt just like so nauseous, and I kept thinking about like the actual accident and how it happened, and it just made me so sick. I remember. So my dad was driving his motorcycle, and the guy who he was working, I don't even know how to explain. He was working in the woods, like he was a wood raider, or however you call it, like a security type of thing. So he got an emergency call and he started driving, and he made a legal U-turn in front of my dad, and supposedly my dad crashed and passed away right away from the traumas that he got. He also had 2 other drivers behind him, like 2 other of his friends who were driving motorcycles. One of them is completely fine, and another one too, he only got like some, I don't know, some damages to his body, but he's totally fine right now. And my dad was the only one who actually died. And yeah, that's the story, how my dad passed away, how I lost my dad, being a 24 years old child myself. And that's it. I don't have a dad anymore. So I instantly got tickets to go to Detroit, because like I told you, my husband was already there, and I flew with the baby by myself. It was so hard. I was crying the whole flight, like on and off. I was getting tons of messages from people, and it was just honestly the worst day of my entire life. And there is no explanation as to why it happened, and why does my family have to go through this, why I can't share my life with my dad anymore. And I was actually making a lot of, like, after he passed away, I was trying to like reconnect with him and talk to him and create all types of like, I don't know, stories that I hear him talking, but honestly, he's gone. There is no person anymore. And yeah, to this day I live without him, just in my heart and my thoughts. Sometimes I do speak to him, but I can't call him. And my anxiety has been very bad lately, especially with new pregnancy. I just feel like my hormones are all over the place. And yeah, by the way, I got pregnant shortly after my dad passed away. The same thing happened after my brother passed away. I don't know, this video is just ridiculous. I just felt so anxious right now and felt like I missed my dad so much, and I decided to talk about it, to just talk it out, how much I loved my dad, how much I miss him every single second of my life. He was the best man, truly, in my life. He always will be. The way he treated me, my mom, my sister, my brother, our entire family. There is no man like this in the world. So yeah, guys, thank you for listening to this video. I really hope no one who's watching this video has ever lost a parent or is going to lose a parent. It's very hard. It's the hardest thing you can ever experience.